Good evening and welcome to the Vegan Hour with Harry Bowman. Where's my guest? These things happen sometimes. I have a guest on her way at the last minute. My scheduled guests for tonight had a last minute emergency. They weren't able to make it. Apologies to everyone that they weren't able to make it. So I have a friend of mine coming along who is a very, very interesting vegan naturopath, and she will probably be here in about 30 minutes depending on the traffic. So in case you missed that, my scheduled guests for tonight for episode 5 of the Vegan Hour were unable to make it, and so will be joined hopefully soon by my vegan naturopath friend Colleen. So in the meantime, you've got me. So hi guys, this is the 5th episode. If I'm counting them correctly, or is it the 4th episode? Now I'm a little bit lost. Let's see. You know what? It might actually be the 4th episode. I think it is. I've titled this as the 5th, so I'll change that later. And so, first off, I'd like to say hello to Matthew. Boy, you're on it there, Matthew. Hey, how you doing, mate? So you can see me, and obviously you can hear me, so that's great. Now, what I'm going to do is a little bit of a different setup tonight. I'm actually streaming from a different location in my house, and because I've got more room to have guests on the lounge here. So what I want to do is just make some announcements, and we will go from there. So first off, I want to talk about the upcoming vegan events on the Gold Coast. Saba, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Saba, for letting me know that. That's good. Okay, coming up this weekend, vegan events on the Gold Coast. We have Vegan Life. Oh, Vegan Life. Hey! Vegan. I've got my Vegan Life t-shirt on under my jumper, but obviously you're not going to see it. Beck, nice of you to join us. And Jai, good to see you again too, Jai. Let me just go to my computer here at the same time so that I can see your comments coming up here easier. Okay, that's good. Right. Hey, Corey. Good to see you again this week, Corey. That's great, mate. Okay, let's get into before my guest arrives, let's get into the events this weekend. Vegan Life is hosting a Yum Cha lunch at Easy House Vegetarian Restaurant. It's a 100% vegan restaurant in Mermaid Beach, or Mermaid Waters, actually. That's 12 o'clock on Saturday the 11th. That's this Saturday, the 11th of June. So come and join us. There'll probably be a couple of dozen people there sitting out the front, and it's vegan Yum Cha, the only place on the Gold Coast that does it. Kat asks, this is so cool, what country are you in? Kat, I'm in Australia on the Gold Coast, currently streaming from the beautiful Currumbin Valley, and if you've never been here, maybe you should have a look at some of my videos or some of my photos of the area that I live in, because it's absolutely beautiful. Zoe, good evening, Zoe. Now, continuing on with the events, guys. On Sunday, there's 2 vegan fundraiser events occurring in Brisbane or the Brisbane area. First, there's the Animal Justice Party fundraiser at Orley Park in West End. And this is a beautiful park, quite a long park along the river. Starts at 10 a.m. on Sunday. There'll be vegan foods there. There's going to be a raffle. This is raising funds for the Animal Justice Party. Remember to vote 1 for the Animal Justice Party above the line. Vote 1 in the upcoming election on, I think it's July the 2nd, if somebody wants to confirm. Now, also, Farm Animal Rescue, who I will be having a guest from Farm Animal Rescue in a few weeks' time. Farm Animal Rescue is having an open day also on Sunday at Dayborough, which is about an hour north of Brisbane. at their farm animal rescue location. So from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, Farm Animal Rescue is doing their walking tour. You can meet the animals. You learn a lot about the animals. I did the tour last month, I think it was. Fantastic. Really, really nice to meet all the animals there. They have a lunch there at tofurkey, sausage sizzle. It's a very impressive property. I think it's about 50 acres. So they rescue animals. They've just recently rescued 2 more animals. There's cows, there's pigs, there's, trying to think of, lots of goats. Trying to think if I saw sheep there. If I didn't, then it was, you get the idea. So Farm Animal Rescue, open day, 10 a.m. Sunday in Dayborough, and also the Animal Justice Party fundraiser, also starting 10 a.m. on Sunday at Orley Park. And if you're on the Gold Coast on Saturday, come along for a vegan yum cha at 12 o'clock Saturday for my Vegan Life event at Easy House Vegetarian Restaurant in Mermaid. If you want to know more details, go to meetup.com vegan life. All right, that's got a lot of the announcements out of the way whilst I'm waiting for my guest to arrive. Here's some lovely peppermint tea. Let's have a look at what people are saying here. Okay. Corey loves the Animal Justice Party. Good on you, Corey. July the 2nd, Jasmine, thank you for confirming the election is on July the 2nd. Hello. Nice, Harry. Have a great day. Our family is about to turn all vegan except my son. I have 2 daughters, one already vegan and all vegetarians. That's fantastic. Your family's about to go completely vegan. Can you keep me posted on that? That's really fantastic. Corey, you're already starting the comments that I don't need to reply to. Thanks for that, mate. Somebody's got to do it. Matt, hey there, Harry. I'm a meat eater, but I really want to go vegan. What are some tips for me to convert? All right. Good question, Matt. Let's get on to that. Matt, have you watched? I'll put some questions back to you first. Have you watched any documentaries? I mean, what is your motivation here to go vegan? And can you come back to me with that? Because basically there is so much information on social media now and on the net that I would recommend, straight off, I'd recommend going to Forks Over Knives, because they could probably answer just about any question you've got. I would also recommend my friend Anya, who has the Cooking with Plants channel, which has so many recipes that yeah, you're not going to get lost there with ideas. So the documentaries, Earthlings, Cowspiracy, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead, Unity. There's all the different documentaries to get you more motivated and to increase your awareness. So yeah, so come back to me on that one about I think it was Matt, wasn't it? Come back to me on that one about your motivation, and I can answer that more directly. But there's some ideas there. Now, Jasmine asks, do you think the Animal Justice Party will ask their supporters to go vegan? It's a good question. It's a question I could put to Paul Bevan from the Animal Justice Party. Yeah, I could put that to him. If you're watching, Paul, maybe you can come back with an answer. Kat says documentaries will change your life. There are so many in Netflix and YouTube. And Kat, there are. And I personally find the documentaries really motivational. And even though I've been vegan for 36 years, I still find information, so much information that I'm not aware of. Just because I've been vegan this long doesn't mean I know everything I need to know. And the documentaries are motivational and inspiring. And yes, so now Saba asks, what were the name of those vegan Tim Tam like biscuits we had last week? They look great, but I couldn't remember the name. They're made by a company called Leader Nutrition, and they make a round one that's called Minton biscuits. Not quite sure what the Tim Tam shaped ones are called. If you're in Australia, you can get them in Coles. You can also get the same one in plain packaging in Woolies. So look out for them. They are fantastic. I don't have any tonight. Tonight I've actually made homemade dessert, so I haven't got it on set here. So Jai has asked a question. I'm such a kind, loving person. Would you? And there's no continuation of that. So I don't know what the rest of that question is. Yes, Zoe, Leader Nutrition. And the huge vegan Facebook and YouTube community. Yes, Kat, the motivation, okay, answering Matt's earlier question, we're getting a little bit mixed up here, but Kat has said not only are documentaries inspirational, but also YouTube and Facebook. Now, Jai says, Harry, you are so lovely and caring. Would you that it's because you are vegan, or have you always been like this? I'd say probably a bit of both, I guess. Generally speaking, being vegan should make you more compassionate. And I would say that it was already in my blood, but I would say I've certainly softened by being vegan. Saba says that he can't hear me anymore. It's probably just, Saba, probably just a little bit of, technology issues. Lindy Lou says the mint ones are the best. The mint ones are good, yes, Lindy, although I do prefer the Tim Tam shaped ones. Can anyone tell me what they call them? At the moment, all I've got in my head is Cocoa Luscious, which is the vegan ice cream made here in Burleigh on the Gold Coast. So, Bobby says, just wanted to know what is the best thing about being vegan. Best thing about being vegan is being aligned with your core values of respect for all life, which is something that we're inherently born with. So by following a vegan lifestyle, we are, as much as we possibly can, we are respecting all life, and by not using, abusing, exploiting, enslaving, raping, or torturing animals for any purpose. So that means we have a plant-based diet. We are not into animal testing or supporting enslavement of animals in zoos. And, you know, it's just that aligns with what we know in our heart, to be respect for all life, to be ahimsa, which is kindness and compassion in our thoughts, words, and actions. So chocolates. Okay, thank you. The Tim Tam-like Leader Nutrition biscuits are called chocolates. I was thinking Cocoa Luscious. Had the letter C in it. They're usually in the health food section of most good Coles, and they are. I don't even know what your question means, Bo, but I can tell by your profile pic that you're definitely a friend of Corey's. Kat asks, have I met Freely, the banana girl? Well, actually, hopefully, Freely is a friend of mine, her and her mum, and hopefully they will be on the show at some point. They're overseas at the moment. Freely comes when she's on the coast, sometimes comes to my Vegan Life events, and I've had dinner out with her and Harley, her partner, and I often catch up with her mum and dad, her mum and her partner as well. So yes, and I like Freely because she is very, very down to earth, much more down to earth than the person that you see on YouTube, if that comes across the right way. It's just a normal person that just happens to be followed by a lot of people on YouTube. Just happens to be quite popular that way. So, Corey, if your questions don't start making sense at some point, I'm just going to delete you out of the feed, because let's have some relevant vegan questions if you're going to make any comments. Otherwise, you know, because otherwise it's not making any sense. Now, just whilst I'm waiting for Colleen to arrive, and she should be here soon, because it was very, very last minute to get her in here, and I really do appreciate that. Oh, look at that. Having said that, Look who appeared to save the day. And we are live streaming at the moment, so that's all right. You just join me when you're ready. There's even a cup of lukewarm tea.
Yes.
Well, that's very nice of you to join. Everyone, Colleen has joined me, and say hello, everyone.
Hello.
We have.
I'm here.
We have 21 people at the moment watching. You've done well to get. It's just jumped to 23. So, in case anyone missed earlier, Colleen has been a last-minute fill-in, and I'm very, very impressed that you appeared out of nowhere. That was pretty amazing.
Yes.
So, thank you very much. So I'm reading the questions down here because it's easier to read than up there. Okay. So right. So we just got Corey is Beck's just commenting on Corey, saying that she's banned him. So what we're going to do is, Corey, I'll give you your last warning. You're a troll. If you don't start making sense, I'm deleting you. Okay. So and I missed the. I can't scroll back to these earlier comments on here. I should be able to. I'm using a technology. It's not my technology. This one.
It's not your technology.
It's not my technology. This is something.
Your technology?
My technology's up. My technology's up on the big desk up there.
Right.
So I'm just okay. Save the day. Welcome to the live stream. Okay. What I was just doing when you write that, Lindy says hi, Colleen. I'm just going to go through a couple of things, then I'll introduce Colleen for you. And right, we've got the competition happening. The greenhouse canteen dinner for two. That will be drawn next Monday, not next Tuesday, but next Monday, because next Tuesday I'm actually at a vegan function for the Vegan Business Network. So on Monday we'll be doing a live stream, and who knows who my guest will be, but that'll be drawn. The way you win it, and this is a dinner for two, value $60. The way you win it is you share this live feed as many times as possible. Share it to the Prime Minister's page for all I care. Just get vegan get vegan awareness out there, guys. Okay, share it. So that's, you've got another week to enter that competition. Now, also last week I mentioned the.
Say hi to me.
It's good. And Megan, hello, Megan. Now, do you know Lindy?
I don't know.
Do you know? No, you can't tell. Lindy Blue. No, but she's saying hi.
They probably do.
Matthew says I should send Corey the naughty corner. Corey, go the naughty corner. Okay. Right. Ditch the dairy. Cardamom. Ditch the dairy. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What's the latest?
I actually want to get some feedback from people there as to what the latest is. So you're familiar with my ideas there, that I'd like to see them go fully 100% plant-based, right? They're saying they are, and we know they've got the dairy there. So guys, I want to know. Last week I issued the challenge for people to contact Cardamom, to go in there to speak to them, and one of my friends said they're actually trying to get them to give free plant-based coffees or whatever, with plant-based milk and that, to try. So has anyone, can give me some feedback, has anyone actually approached them? Anyone got any further suggestions? Because I got a lot of positive comments last week after the show from people saying, yes, we're surprised they're not, 100%, and yes, we think they should be. So guys, let us know what you're thinking. At the moment we've got 24 people watching, which is nice. Also want to say too that I really appreciated to you guys out there last week, all the feedback I got. I actually had almost daily people coming up to me when I was out and about and saying, we watched the show, we loved it, which was awesome. I was in shops, I was in restaurants, wherever, and people come up and going, we love it, it's a great idea. That was awesome. I was getting private messages every day from people saying, keep up the good work, we love it. It just means that there's a market there. It means we're spreading the vegan awareness. It's another angle that we can spread the vegan awareness, and then we can talk to people, we can answer your questions.
It's interactive. It's rather than just saying
it's more, interact. You know what? It's more interactive than my life is when I'm not on here. So, and that's
This is your party night.
This is my this is my party night.
This is your social night.
This is it. So I better have a look here. I want to win that greenhouse thing. Okay, Megan, you know how to win it. Okay, get sharing. Share it everywhere.
Get sharing,
Zoe says get sharing. That's right. What restaurants do you recommend on the Gold Coast, and what dishes? Good question, Saba. Okay. And Beck says, I'll go to Cardamom Pod when they go vegan. And I mean vegan. No need to sell cow's milk. We are humans, not cows. Good one. I'd love to hear the update on this, as I've yet to go there. Much want to try the food. Okay, so what restaurants? Okay, shall I rattle the restaurants off? There are 7 that I know of that are 100% vegan on the Gold Coast. Greenhouse Canteen is my favourite, number 1. You love Greenhouse Canteen. I've seen. Yeah, you're in love with that. Yeah. Number 2 are Mandela's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandela's. Yeah. We were there, 2 weeks ago or something? So Mandela's.
Yeah.
Number 3, let's say, you could say Govinda's Surface with all their knife for $14.90. You could say that. Have you tried that?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I've only tried the one in Burley.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, okay. And what can I have? Vegan life. Am I holding the right way? Vegan life. Yours says go vegan. Go vegan. I didn't even do a ching. I didn't. All right. It's a bit late for the ching, but anyway. No, that was number 3, Govinda's Surface. Number 4, Easy House, where we're having a Saturday vegan life meetup this Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
So Easy House at Mermaid. Number 5, Tian Ran. Which one?
Easy House, haven't been there.
Are you coming Saturday? Oh, God, she's working for a living. We're going to find out. You mightn't want to talk about that, but we're going to find out a bit more. We're going to find out a bit more about your life in a minute. Easy House, Tian Ran, Raw Authentic at Tweed Heads in your neck of the woods. Raw Authentic, which is open 4 days a week during the week, and they're 100% vegan now. They're only open for, I think, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or something. Okay. And Feed the Earthlings Pizza at Ashmore is the 7th one that I
haven't been there yet, but they've got one in Capalba where I was living.
Yes.
Brisbane, and I tried
they do.
When they first opened.
Okay, right. And Beck is actually putting the names of them down as we. Okay, Corey. Okay. He's funny, or he's no longer funny, right? So what we're going to do is, hang on, I'm going to find out how to delete the comment. Yes, and then Corey, if you keep coming up with comments that bear no relevance to this discussion, then you're out of here. Okay, right, Colleen.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me at very, very short notice. I really appreciate it. How's your day been?
It's been a good day. It's been a sunny day. I spent it at home.
What a fantastic autumn day. When it got to when it warmed up.
Yeah.
Wasn't it magic?
So magic.
This is lounge chit-chat. Yeah. This is what human beings do. I'm not familiar with this because I'm not human, but I'm trying it on to see if it fits. No. So, okay. I'll repost it. Okay, Harry, I got a problem. I asked my parents if I could be vegan. They said no. So at home, I have to eat non-vegan food, but everywhere else I'm a vegan. I'm sick of vomiting my food out every meal at home. What do I do? You have any thoughts on that?
How old are you?
Yeah, okay. First question.
Why are you at home? How old are you?
Yeah. Are they locked? Have they locked you in your room or something? Colleen, you're a vegan naturopath.
Yes.
Right. So guys, she's a vegan naturopath. So if you have health-related questions, not I'm locked in my room, they're forcing me to eat meat. That's a human rights. You answered a question on my timeline the other day with a fantastic answer only a couple of days ago, and I just went, wow.
Yeah.
Information, fantastic information. I'm having a little bit. What I'm having a problem with is questions are coming so fast that they're disappearing off here, and I cannot scroll back to get them here.
Oh, no.
So if I miss your question, guys, ask it again. I'm sorry, they are coming. They are coming fast, and so let's see. It's relevant though, Corey. It's not relevant, and I mean personally, my thought. You asked a question about what I thought about marijuana. Personally, I'm anti-drugs. Always have been. Always will be. So
just hug a tree.
Hug a tree. There you have it. Personally, I've never done drugs in my life. I only ever drank alcohol 3 times, and I was violently ill each time. So, yeah, you asked a question about marijuana, and the answer is... Is that clear enough? Right.
Maybe he'll leave now.
Yeah, maybe he'll leave now, yeah. Okay, Lorna says, thankfully I can hear and watch you both moving at the same time. We can move at the same time. Yes, because we're not joined at the hip. It must be your lovely person not next to you, Harry. I'm not sure what that means. Zoe says, no offence, Matthew, but I became vegetarian at 9 against my parents' will. I stood up for my beliefs. I refused to eat meat and they came around. Stand strong in your beliefs. Yes. Corey's going to go and hug a plant. Good on you. You do. Oh, no, he's not going to hug a tree. He's going to hug a plant.
We won't comment.
We're not going there.
We don't have time.
Corey, that's right. We don't have time. So
we've got important things to talk about.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit about how does one become a vegan naturopath?
Oh, well.
Okay, forget that question. Let's ask her a different question.
You become a vegan naturopath. You become a naturopath.
And you're a vegan.
And I'm vegan.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So.
But naturopathic college actually doesn't promote veganism, which is very interesting.
Yes, because I met a lady on the weekend who.
Most of the naturopaths just are anti-veganism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes and no. But I mean, I have friends that are naturopaths that
not
are vegan.
all of them, but most of them.
Yes.
Because they're not taught anything outside of
meat
and veg.
Matthew wants a big V for vegan. Can you do a V for vegan?
Sure, I'm a little bit dumb at that. Is that good?
You like the way...
that is good.
Look at your fingers. Look at big. What is it with your fingers, ain't Ben? That's straight fingers.
Flexibility, man.
No, wow, man. You must be good at yoga, man.
Mind, that's right.
Well, you do have one of the most flexible minds I've ever come across. I'll give you that. That's you. You're she's out there. She's right out there. Okay. So you've been a naturopath quite a while, haven't you? I think you.
No, I graduated in 95.
95, yeah. So,
but I started work in natural health when I was 19.
Wow.
So I was thrown like kind of in the deep end. I started studying to be a naturopath.
Yeah. But
I also was playing with herbs and dispensing herbs from a dispensary.
The herbs she was playing with aren't the ones you're thinking of, Corey.
Herbal medicine. Herbal medicine. Big herbal medicine cabinet I got to play with.
Megan says, is that V for Vulcan? That's V for vegan, live vegan and prosper. It came from the Vulcan symbol, and the Vulcan symbol came from a Jewish symbol, which, if you want to know the trivia behind it, Leonard Nimoy came up with that. Was a variation of that originally. That's the actual Jewish symbol is the hands put down on the shoulders, I think, like that, from what I've read. And Leonard Nimoy changed it to that in Star Trek. There's a bit of trivia for you.
Right.
Okay, sorry, you were saying?
No, Lorna asked a question about insulin-dependent diabetes.
She did.
But it depends on whether it's 1 or 2, okay? 2 is diet-induced, 1 is an autoimmune disease. So 2 definitely, you can get off your meds, definitely. You can rehabilitate from type 2 diabetes. Type 1's a bit more tricky because it's actually the immune system attacking. So you have to deal with the autoimmune condition of type 1.
Interesting. Beck replied to Lorna there as well that about Elle that is a type 1 diabetic and has a good blog and owns a cafe here selling vegan donuts.
She doesn't need them though because she can't.
Oh, do you know who we're talking about? Mm-hmm. Has she got the cafe at Moonlight?
All-time coffee, don't you?
Yeah. No, that's what I was figuring. I haven't actually been there.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's naughty vegan donuts.
Yes. Okay, so Vulcans are vegan. Yeah, they actually... Megan, are they vegan? They probably are. Yeah, I think they are. I remember that in an episode somewhere that they didn't eat animal products, yes. So their diet was vegan. Harry, my sister recently converted to vegetarian. What small steps would you recommend for her to convert to being a vegan?
Trying the new cheese, all the nice vegan cheese. Because it's mainly cheese and milk.
Yes.
You know,
that's that's right. Well, vegetarian, that's right. Yes, to go vegan.
And then it's the whole dairy thing.
Yes. Yep.
So then just trying all the alternatives to dairy. And getting used to them.
Yeah. We are living in 2016 where you can walk into Coles.
It's too much fun.
It's
too much fun.
I got arrested 3 times last week for too much fun.
Too much fun.
Where you can walk into Coles.
Yeah.
Not that I'm recommending you walk into Coles, but if you were really hard up, you can walk into Coles, and there is such a range of plant-based milks now. That
Yeah.
I don't even have them on any regular basis, but I
No.
was in there the other
Yeah.
day and just, I went, when the hell did they get such a range
I
of
know.
almonds and oats? And
Yeah.
I was like,
There's like 3 brands
of every different one.
Yeah.
There used to just be, when I used to drink rice milk all
Yeah.
the time. I haven't drunk it for ages,
Yeah.
but sometimes I use it in my raw cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's an oxymoron. Raw cooking, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that is.
Yeah. And this is a regular
Raw
moron.
culinary
Oh, sorry.
skills, raw culinary activities.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So,
Sorry.
yes, in my raw culinary activities, yes. So, Harry, not Harry, Corey's got a question there, which... Yes.
He's trying to stir you. Look, he wants to stir you now.
No,
this
because...
is controversial.
Yeah, it is controversial.
Yeah.
Give us a non-controversial question, Corey. We'll go with that, yeah.
That's a very long story.
That is a very long story. We don't have... it doesn't fit in the parameters of my limited intelligence. But no, maybe Google it. Google it. That's that. Corey, Google your question. Thank you for your advice on that. That's good. Now, 25 people watching. That's good. So, there was somebody just asked about you, and it was, did you go vegetarian? No, did you go vegan before you became a naturopath? Yeah. How did the? What was the? Which was which? Were you a naturopath? You went in at 19. You started.
I was raised vegetarian.
From birth?
Raised, yes.
From birth.
Yes.
So you had some pretty switched on parents.
Yes.
Okay.
My mum wasn't putting sunscreen on us in the 70s because she thought it was poisonous.
Okay, she
And
was
she also
aware
didn't
of
like
things,
eggs,
wasn't
so she thought they were
Yeah.
bad for you. So we didn't even eat eggs.
Yeah. So you were still. So you're only having dairy.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
A
Not
little
even
bit.
a lot of that either. She just didn't agree with it, just out of her own
Wow.
intuition. But they were more Buddhist, mum and dad growing up, so we didn't eat. But then they became born again Christians and thought they had to. Sorry, when I was a teenager, I thought we had to eat chicken to be social. No joke.
No. I know this. I've got
Anyway.
I've got a friend that when she became Christian,
Yeah.
went back to eating meat after being vegan for a long time.
Yeah, because we have the
Unbelievable,
we
isn't it?
are allowed to do anything we want.
Yeah.
God's given us this earth to do whatever we please with mining, eating chickens.
I know. That's a whole area that I don't like to get into too
No.
much, because once we bring religion in, or politics, oh boy. I wonder, can you guys, if I sit back here, we're on at the comfy point of the lounge, can we still be seen all right? Or can I still be seen all right? Geez, I wish I could scroll back to these questions. Guys, I said earlier, if I miss a question, because I'm using let me just try tablet mode for this thing and see if that makes it any easier I just can't scroll without the whole thing, you know what I mean? There's...
But just to answer that question about, I only became vegan 6 years ago, 100%. Okay?
100%.
After watching Gary Yourofsky.
Oh,
and it was
okay.
only because I was actually quite
Yeah.
ignorant of the dairy industry. To tell the truth, I just never really looked into it.
Common.
Yeah,
So
and
many
that's
people,
okay.
So many people say
it's not
that.
okay.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not okay.
And I wasn't really on the internet very much, so I wasn't really like looking at it. I wasn't educating myself. I didn't understand. But that's what's been an incredible thing about Facebook, and it's been amazing.
It's fantastic, isn't it? This is
information.
The information. This is it. And it's funny because I remember in the 80s, I think it was, a friend of mine saying the next big thing is information. He said that is where the power is, basically, is in information. I think he might have been a little bit ahead of his time because it's taken a while to get to that point. But I certainly agree with that now. Okay. Megan's saying she's having a bit of a bad connection there. Sometimes you'll see a little thing comes up that says your connection is weak sometimes. At the moment, it's okay. Technology is playing up today, so I might have to stop watching the live stream and catch her. Thank you for another quality stream. Hopefully next week is better. Okay. Right. Now, fine. Okay, so I have the previous questions you guys asked. The only way I can scroll back to them, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a move up here and see if I can see what we've missed. Because I can scroll.
On the...
I
is
can...
that a phone?
It is a phone. I can scroll here, in theory I can. Hang on. No, I can't. Oh, no, yes I can. Okay, what did we miss? I have 3 plant... Okay, Becca's replying to some of these questions about being can you have vegan dogs?
Yeah, a lot of people are vegan.
Lorna is, the doctors have to decide if she's type 1 or 2, as she's been
Both at the same time.
for 26 years.
Wow.
Is that possible?
Well, I guess so. Well, of course, because
okay.
there's the autoimmune part playing a part, and then there's the dietary choices playing a part.
Jasmine asks, did you embrace a plant-based diet before you went vegan, or did you go vegan first, and because of that you ended up eating plant-based? So, well, you can be plant-based and still be, say, wearing leather, or not vegan lifestyle.
No. I was
so,
straight away. It was overnight, bang.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
No leather, no nothing.
So Jai was asking about the. Oh, Karen joined us. That's great. Karen's going to be on the show in the very near future. So that's good. So we'll just go back to current time. Wade joined us as well. Excellent.
Hi, Wade.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh well, everything. You're happy now. Wade's here. So, you guys are having a great chat.
Yeah,
the other
we'll
day.
just have our own private D&M.
You can have your own. That's right. Your private D&M. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
No, that
I
was
pressed something. I think I accidentally pressed something.
Chances are of ever having a vegan cooking show. There's lots of vegan cooking shows.
Well, I had one. Oh, well, I had one last year called. Well, what did I call it? I can't remember what I called my show. I was Raw Harry. Yeah. Well, I didn't really give it a proper name, but anyway, I did a series. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all the videos I did last year. There were two of us. There was my friend's son and myself, and we did a series of crazy raw cooking things in the kitchen here. So it's good for a laugh. So yes. So, but in the meantime, Lindy, to ask you a question about the cooking shows, you should check out Anya's Cooking with Plants channel, because just amazing what she does.
You post some of her stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it is very good. What have I done now? I'm pressing buttons on here, and
You're going somewhere.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This technology is okay. No, it's all right. I can recover from this. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Right now. Okay. I'm just going back. Cats.
Yeah.
This will be one for you. What advice can you give to married couples who are struggling because one is vegan, the other is not? My husband isn't vegan, and we fight about it sometimes. I want to get my cat to eat vegan food and have my future children be vegan.
It's very hard because veganism is not a religion, but it's really it's a belief.
That's true. Yes.
It's a belief. You believe,
yes.
And some people don't believe that.
Can I just interrupt you there, Colleen? Because Kat, I want to ask you, Kat, are you a married couple that one of you, I'm assuming you've gone vegan after you've been married, is that right? I'm assuming that's what's happened. So can you come back to me on that one? Because, well, as we know, everyone has free will, and it is a hard one, because we have to respect the other person's free will whilst trying to respect all life. It's a conflict, isn't it? It's a dichotomy almost. It would be very difficult. It would be. There's plenty of people.
But heaps of people do it.
Heaps of people do it. I mean, it's not for me personally, and it's definitely a challenge. As far as advice, Kat, setting an example is one thing. Also, exempling how wonderful plant-based food is and smells, and maybe subtle little hints that it's cruelty-free. Like by walking around the house carrying a big banner with flashing neon lights around it, and sort of just walk, as the partner is eating, his corpse on a plate, just walking past slowly with the lights flashing, and probably a band playing.
Believe it or not, it is healthier. It's a healthier choice anyway. So you will be glowing with health. Yep. Your mind seems to be clearer. Yep. You're more vibrant when you're vegan. Yeah. That's right. And that's the best example.
And you're more zany. Colleen's the second zaniest person I've ever met.
Okay, competition.
It is a competition. This will be the following week's competition. Who's the zaniest person? Okay. Right. Have we got the questions of? Okay, questions are coming through, but they're not streaming on here, so I'll have to. That's strange. They're not updating on here. Who knows how this works?
And then, oh, okay, so they're coming through here, but not coming through here.
Okay, hang on. Maybe. Okay. Look at. Hey, look.
He sometimes brings this up against his. What? What's that?
That's us.
That's weird.
Okay. I don't know why the questions aren't coming through, but yeah, let's just go back to your. Let's get rid of this. Go back to after you got married. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Plant-based cooking.
Well,
good.
They posted that.
Good. He sometimes brings this up against me because she used to be a big meat eater. Okay. Well, this could get a bit tricky. Cats can't be vegan, but dogs can. Well, that's actually debatable. Quite debatable.
Yeah,
because,
I don't know enough about that.
Okay. I have friends with cats from even decades ago that were vegan.
Wow.
And there's vegan cat food, and there are people that
food.
say that they can do it, and there are other people that can say that biologically or whatever it is that that it doesn't work for them. Yeah. Dogs can easily be vegan. I personally have had two, and there's lots of friends who can have had them. Beck was talking about that. Join a vegan dog page on Facebook. Lots of good info in there. So I'm going to have to read the questions from here. So, but what's that?
You do get different. It's in marriage is an interesting thing. When you marry someone, then you grow together. You're meant to grow together.
Well, it's the ultimate challenge. It's the ultimate challenge. Two people trying to be compatible when people inherently have different ideas about doing things, and if you're very, very fortunate to get somebody that's on the same page as you, well then, fantastic. But I'm just going to bring this in a bit closer so we can.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
It's a more practical idea.
Takes me a while to sort of, practicality.
Yeah.
Karen's saying that she can see us on the mobile phone, but not on her computer or something.
That's
so strange. Connection is going a little bit weak there, so which means probably what we're going to see here is this. See this pixelation, right? Yeah. Sound's still okay, but the pixelation goes a little bit bananas. And Cat's having a little bit of trouble too. Cats can be, but some cannot. Strangely, it seems to depend on the individual cat.
That's true, because they have different characteristics.
Wow. Yeah, could do, couldn't it? Yeah. That's my best cat impression I've got. So, it's interesting. Cat is talking about. Oh no, it was cat. It was talking about can't hear you, and then underneath they're talking about cats.
That's right. It's confusing. So one's got a K and one's got a C, so it shouldn't be that confusing.
No, even I should be able to work that out.
That's weird. It's like old.
No, it was a delay. There's a slight delay. So
okay.
I don't know why. I just don't know why my notifications are not updating on this computer. But anyway, you get that. I made a mistake. I called it episode 5. It's episode 4. I got so thrown. I had my guests prepared for the whole week. And like an hour before they were due, I got a message and something had come up, and they were very, very, very sorry that they couldn't make it, and I was like, what do I do now? I mean, the last time I talked to myself for an hour, I got arrested, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to...
So you're going to sit here and talk to yourself and answer questions?
Well, I did that in the first episode, the very first episode I did that. And then I've had guests since then.
Okay,
that was so long ago, back 4 weeks ago. I can barely remember. So much has changed. I mean, that was before the invention of the dinosaur, electricity, before, I don't know, the wheel, everything. So much has changed.
We've had a full moon. We've had a dark moon. We had a king tide that came in to my property.
Oh,
the river overflowed and came in.
Oh wow!
That was scary.
It was pretty full on. It was pretty full on out here too in the valley. We had we're 250 mil here.
Wow,
in a day and a half. Okay, the questions are coming up there.
Great.
Okay, Harry, what animal rights activists do you follow and would recommend to others, especially new vegans? Good question, Beck. And I was going to say Animal Justice Party because I've got it in my head all the time.
Yeah.
How broad do you want me to go on that, Beck, when you say activists? Do you want me to say people like Gary Yourofsky, who you mentioned earlier? Or do you want me to say probably people like James Aspey, of course? I even consider Dr. Philip Woolen, a very good activist. Dr. Melanie Joy. I don't know, you're familiar with?
Yeah, not Melanie Joy. Actually, no, I think
she's
I've seen
the American
name.
psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jane Goodall, actually. Jane Goodall.
Yes. Now, isn't there a question about whether she's actually vegan herself?
Yeah, I know. I think so.
So that sort of
she's not saying she is.
Yeah. So I mean,
but she's definitely vegetarian.
Yeah, that sort of brings up some questions there, doesn't it? So, Colleen, can you explain vitamin B12 and how important it is to supplement due to the production of
That's my favourite subject, B12. My favourite subject.
You have the floor.
I've never supplemented with B12 personally.
That was it.
Yeah.
I went 30 years without supplementing
No.
with B12.
It's there you go. Well done.
Although I do now.
You do now?
I do now.
Okay, well let me explain B12.
Please do.
And by the way, as a naturopath, we're trained in supplementation, constant supplement. Everything's a supplement. Pills. I actually don't believe in supplements. I do use them sometimes to get people back into health, and then it's all about food and diet, lifestyle choices, belief systems, and also the individual constitution type as well, because everyone is completely different. They've got their own iris pattern, they've got their own thumbprint.
So you're bringing in the Vata Pitta Kapha, is that what you
everything.
mean? Or, other things as well?
Individuality, I shape everything.
Yeah.
The constitution. Yeah. That's how you get perfect health, is when you acknowledge someone's constitution, not their disease or their symptom. But back to B12. This is one of my favourite subjects because I'm thinking to myself, well, how did we used to survive, before supplements? And it's all about bacteria and it's all about gut health, okay? It's all about fermentation. I hate to talk about, fermentation is like the hottest thing at the moment, but it's so true. As in kombucha. Yeah. And I actually think that's the reason I've never had to supplement B12 in the 6 years of me being 100% vegan is because of kombucha. Is that angry faces?
Yeah. I'd say.
Angry?
I'd say it's one of our lunatics. It's probably Gage Bilby. I actually don't mind having a couple of lunatics on here because it's fun to watch.
Oh, okay. So fermentation.
Fermentation, yeah.
And gut health. And bacteria. Because we used to forage through the ground and that bacterial stimulus, just like all the herbivores, we have the intrinsic factor. If our gut is strong and working, we make our own B12. Okay? And it's stimulated by fermented foods. Like there's actually a Japanese tea. I haven't seen it in Australia, but I'd love to get it in called I looked at this a long time ago. Batabacha tea. And it's like a green tea that's fermented. And it has a bacteria that is proven scientifically to give us B12.
Wow.
This is a tea.
This is new to me because I've read a lot of stuff about
and kombucha is a big one.
B12 and wow, this is good. This is interesting.
Lactobacillus plantarum.
Yeah.
Also.
It's easy for you to say. Lactobacillus plantarum.
It's the one that was found in the dirt. It was the bacteria that was found in the dirt, and it makes us make our own B12. With our modern lifestyle, our tummies have gone to sleep, and they are toxic. And
let's hear it for toxic tummies.
And their digestive system.
This summer, you'll believe.
This is really important.
Oh, sorry, I was going to do a movie trailer then. I just sort of morphed into the...
Anyway,
no,
so
this
B12.
Is good, yeah. Okay.
I personally...
Yeah, toxic tummies. Sorry,
maybe to get someone's level back up, I would supplement, maybe.
Yeah.
But I really, truly believe that it's all these probiotic foods and fermented foods. The sauerkraut from Peace, Love and Veggies, you know the one?
Yes, I've had that.
Okay, now that one is the only one that actually states it's got Lactobacillus plantarum. They're actually using that. That's the bacteria that's found in dirt to stimulate your B12.
Yes.
So I actually tell a lot of my clients to have like 2 tablespoons of that a day.
Excellent.
On an empty tummy, and you can feel it getting that tummy working.
How's it go?
Like mine is right now, by the way.
Yeah, because you haven't
eaten. Had dinner.
You haven't eaten. That's all right. There's a dinner waiting there for you. So I have read that one of the things with you're talking about, getting it from the soil and that we're too clean. that we because we over clean our foods and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And I've read, and I actually it was I think Lauren Lockman or whatever his name is in America on one of his videos was talking about he doesn't wash his fruit and vegetables.
No, I know. Well, I mean, it depends where you're getting it from.
Well, yeah, okay,
if you're growing it,
his
for
would
sure.
be his would be organic. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So of course, if we're talking pesticides, well, you know, there's a whole conversation going on here that we're missing.
Oh no!
But also gut health. Gut health is connected to mental health, isn't it? And
they're interactive.
Yes, and this is something I've become recently aware of as well. That if you're out of balance there, this can be causing issues up here. That's correct, isn't it? And it can actually cause some of the things that where people have depression and stuff like that because we're out of balance down here.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of very important amino acids are all stimulated in the gut. So strengthening digestion is such an important thing. Getting those tummy juices working is truly the crux of optimal nutrition. It doesn't matter what you eat. If your tummy's not working, you're not going to absorb it.
Now, this ties in beautifully with, I went and saw an Ayurvedic practitioner last year, I think it was. And despite the fact that I think I eat well, but I do like my vegan junk food. Yeah. But for my body type, I wasn't eating enough warming food. That's right. So I was having... That happens a lot. Yeah, and she was saying, look, your digestive system is really sluggish. So I was keeping weight on because of that. Yeah. So I was having, like, breakfast was an orange, lunch was a salad, and dinner might be something cooked, right? Golly gosh. Yeah. So that then she said, no, you've got to have 3 cooked meals a day, you know. So then that changed to lunch is normally rice and steamed veg and that. Breakfast is a porridge, a warm porridge. And dinner is, we've got baked veggies tonight, but, you know, So, and by doing that, the weight started coming off. And it was like, the digestive system is working again. I couldn't figure out why I was keeping weight on, despite the fact I was eating everything clean and healthy. And it was... So,
like the metabolism. And the metabolism everything, just the movement and the energy of the cells and of the stomach.
Yeah, it was not working. So I still think I've got room for improvement. Yes. But
what you're doing is not quite enough. What you just explained to me is not quite enough for you. Yeah.
For me, yes. So we can have a private consultation later. Anyway, and talking about private consultations now, you're without having to go into detail, you're working again, are you? Yeah. Oh, good. So with people on the, can you say?
Yes,
you want to...
Rabina.
Okay.
Rabina Flannery's.
Okay. Yes.
And also Healthy House Coolangatta.
Okay.
Healthy House Coolangatta is a nicer clinic room. it's a pretty clinic room.
A pretty clinic room. Okay.
And that's only on Tuesdays though.
Okay.
All day
and what about Flannery's at Rabina? When are you
pretty
there?
much any other day at the moment.
Okay.
Mainly.
Not weekends. Oh no, you're working this Saturday.
No,
but
no, it'd have to be like Thursdays. Thursdays. I can do clinic at Rabina.
Okay. Well,
because I'm going back to full-time study.
So. Okay.
Yeah, that's another story.
Well, that's another story. Which actually, when we get Colleen back, not on rush late notice, next time, she will have more time to talk about things and because it's been a little bit rushed. Were you ever considered join? Oh my God, Gage is just right out there.
No, don't read that question.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that.
I actually had a thought.
Congratulations, I had one in the summer of 42. It didn't go far.
Were you alive?
I wasn't alive.
What are you talking about?
It was a pre-live thought.
Anyway. Pre-entrance thought.
That's it. Pre-appearance thought.
Yeah, that's right. What am I thinking?
Oh, and I appeared. Oh, that was a few years later. It took me a while to work out how to appear. Actually, we've only got about less than 5 minutes left.
No, but I had it. Yeah. Oh, good. No, I had an epiphany.
Oh, did you
on the way here?
Did you clean it up afterwards?
No, about like you know how like people just have diets, right? Like fad diets,
yes,
like raw,
yes.
or what is it? Tell me some of the fad ones. I lose track.
Paleo.
80-20.
80-10-10
Raw till
and
4.
raw till 4, yes.
All that stuff, right?
Yep.
And the thing is that it'll never work for everyone because everyone's so different. But another thing we need to remember is that that planet has seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have seasons.
Yes.
And our body,
in the same way that
we need to listen to the earth and be observant of what's happening. And it will sort of give us messages of what we need to be eating and doing. Yeah, that was my opinion.
That's good.
That was like
so
a good way
we
of
should be following the
explaining
seasons.
the fact that you can't just follow one way. Like
Yes.
I mean, vegan all the way.
Yes.
But as far as energetics
Yes.
of food and the types of food and the seasons and what's available and what our body needs and what the temperature is.
Yeah, excellent. You should be a naturopath.
I know.
You could help.
Thinking
You could help people. You could help it. So I'm going to start doing a wind up now because I'm looking at the clock and we only got a few minutes left to go. So, and basically the comments we're getting here have just turned to rubbish because these guys now I'm going to tell you guys because I can't easily get to the phone to block you guys now. I'm going to tell you before next week's episode. I'm blocking you guys. You can forget it. You've proven to be just a waste. I mean, I'm finding it hilarious, but you've proven to be a waste of oxygen. Really, I think you probably, fell out of a tree and bumped your head a few times when you were younger or something. I swear it's one guy with about 8 different profiles on there. So that went really quick actually because you only.
I know that's true.
I'm not.
I got here late.
Yeah, and I'm thanking you for
all.
coming and sharing some of the wisdom that I'd like to have been able to talk longer, but we will do this again soon.